It's really great to be back to somewhere, to a place that's really special in my heart. One of the most important things for me is to get the children to be active and to go outside and play sports and not just tennis. You know, they might like other sports. I know hockey is very popular in the winter and figure skating, and I really hope to bring that ambition and to bring the social skills of being outdoors, because a healthy lifestyle is one of the most important things.
Let's jump to something that I know is very close to your heart. You've done a fair bit of charity work around Chernobyl,
right,
and you know, giving back to the affected areas around the nuclear plant.
Right.
Talk a little bit about that, why it's so important to you.
Well, it was a special story because of how I was born and my parents being in Belarus when my mom was pregnant. You know, me being born in Russia because we had to leave Belarus because of Chernobyl happening around that time. So I feel like I'm very connected in a way where I don't know what would have happened if I would have been born in Belarus. Would I be here in this chair? Would I be playing tennis? Would I be healthy? So I started working with the United Nations 5 or 6 years ago, and my first goal at that time was really raising awareness in the Chernobyl-affected areas in Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine, because the disaster happened in 1987, and I think people around the world tend to forget what a huge influence this was for so many people, that till this day, health is not great, economy is terrible in those regions, and not many people are getting help, you know, from the outside world. And it was interesting to see the effects of what happened here in Tokyo last year, and coming back to this tournament, seeing how the people were really affected by what happened, and how the world really came to the rescue in a way. It was really incredible. I think looking back in 1987, I don't think there was so much awareness about what had happened. And it was so nice to see that so many people had come together. And my part in this is very small. It's, you know, I would love to really have my hands on it when I'm done with my career, because there's nothing like being in those areas, being hands-on with the people.
I want to ask you about some other ventures that you have going on right now. A slight turn. Sharapova.
Yes. Sharapova. Yeah. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was so funny and creative. Since I've always had a sweet tooth, I've always wanted to find myself in the candy business somehow. And this passion for gummies and the name just all kind of came together. Well, I've been really fortunate to play tennis for my whole career, but it's brought me so many great opportunities. You know, things off the court that I get to come from practice, and I get to put my brain on and my thinking hat on and say, I want to explore these different areas. And it's fun because I feel like I have my hands in things that I'm not exactly great at, but I'm able to learn. And
challenging yourself in a different way.
Yeah, I challenge myself in business-related areas where, you know, I never went to business school and I never went to design school.
You didn't have time for business school.
No, I didn't have time for business school, but I'll tell you, I have so many meetings with so many of my brand partners, and I learned so much more in these meetings. I mean, listening to these people, I mean, whether it's advertising, whether it's just from something, creating an event, creating a product, I have so much education about that. And Sharapova came about just with the name. It was thrown out to me in a meeting I had with my manager, and I thought it was funny and brilliant, and I started laughing. And I have a huge sweet tooth, and I put the two together. And I was like, we need to do gummies, you know, gummy bears and sour worms. So we have 12 different products right now, and we just launched it during the US Open. It's going to be global next year, which is very exciting. And it's, you know, when I think about it, when people talk about it, it's candy. You know, it's fun, it's young and free, and I think that's why I'm having so much fun with it.
And you've also been doing design work as well. Is this partly preparing for life after tennis and trying to sort of think maybe further down the track?
I definitely have never seen myself empty-handed when I finish tennis, and I'm not a person that that likes to come home and just sit on the couch for days on end and not do anything. I get very antsy. I want to put my hands in things. I want to brainstorm ideas. I look now and I'm like, oh, we have deadlines for Nike. I gotta sign off on those colors and materials. You know, where's that package I'm supposed to? I'm working on my next Cole Haan collection. Where are those samples? I haven't received them yet. You know, the Sharapova stuff I've worked on for the last 2 years, and now it's really about getting it out to the world. There's not really much that I can do right now, but it's so much fun.
What is there left that you still want to accomplish?
Oh, I want to win more Grand Slams. You know, I want to be #1. You know, those are, when you have the moments of success and when you have the feeling of winning those big ones, you want that again. You know, someone said in my press conference after I won the French Open, I mean, now you have everything. You have the 4 Grand Slams, you've been #1, you know, you've had this tremendous amount of success. I'm like, so what? I mean, well, what do I do now? You want me to retire? That's not happening. I have so much energy and passion for what I do, and there's no doubt that there are days where, like, you wake up in the morning and your body's just not into it, and you call up your coach and you're like, buddy, just take a break today. You know, let me have a breather. But then you go out on the court, you work, and you work towards those moments where you're lifting the trophy, and you're like, what else could I be doing right now?
Maria Sharapova, thanks so much.
Thank you.